and joy to your life. Дорогие друзья, клемент. IIHF World Championship Games between Team USA and Team Hungary. Добрый вечер, уважаемые любители хоккея, и добро пожаловать на игру IIHF чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 между командами США и Венгрии. The game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Представляем судейскую бригаду матча. Судьи Международной Федерации хоккея. The referee of the game are главные судьи матча Роман Гофман и Константин Оленин. The linesmen are линейные судьи Мирослав Лходский и Захарий Собинен. The starting lineup of Team Hungary. Стартовый состав команды Венгрии. Голкипер, вратарь, номер 30, номер 30, Адам Вай. Defenders, защитники, номер 6, номер 6, Бенце Зиряби. Номер 26, номер 26, Кевин Уирс. Forwards, нападающий, номер 2, номер 2, Джаба Ковач. Number 28, номер 28, Иштван Барталиш. Number 20, номер 20, Иштван Шофров. The starting lineup for Team USA. Стартовый состав команды США. Goalkeeper, вратарь. Number 1, Keith Kincaid. Defenders, защитники. Number 15, номер 15, Ноа Кеннеди. Number 6, номер 6, Chris Whiteman. Forward, нападающий, number 19, номер 19.
Keith Kincaid made one start in this World Championship. It was for the U.S. in their opener against Canada, allowed 5 goals on 33 shots, and Adam Vey had himself quite a day against the Finns. 48 saves in a hard-fought 3-0 loss. He also came on in relief against Canada, allowed 1 goal on 12 shots. There is Brock Nelson of the New York Islanders. They were just knocked out in the playoffs by the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's arrived to play in the World Championship again, led Team USA in scoring last year with 6 goals in 10 games. He'll be the 13th forward on the depth chart today, right?
See how long he sits in that position. You would think that Nelson will work his way up through the lineup with John Hines, but can't expect that he's going to have fantastic legs as he just jumped off the plane and tries to get acclimatized.
Also from War Road, Minnesota, is a member of hockey royalty. His uncle Dave Christian won a gold medal in 1980 with the U.S. Olympic team. And his grandfather and his great uncle were members of the 1960 U.S. Olympic team that won gold in Squaw Valley, California. Chris Weidman, part of the U.S. Defense Corps that, as you mentioned, has scored 6 of their 13 goals in this tournament. Fires it down now for Team USA. At the line, Weidman trying to hold it. Knocked by him by Chaz Bakovac.
Yeah, a couple of power play goals for Weidman, and the young U.S. defense is, after a rough start, handled itself pretty well. Canada, of course, as you mentioned, Gord, got the 5 goals on them in the opener, but a late loss to Finland, where they played pretty well and didn't give up a lot.
U.S. currently in 3rd place in Group B behind Canada and Finland. Top 4 teams in each 8-team group will go to the quarterfinals. The top 2 will stay here to play their quarters unless they play Russia. The Russians will play all their medal round games in Moscow.
The Russians have pretty well eliminated that, haven't they?
Yeah, they've caught fire here after their opening 3-0 loss to the Czech Republic.
And their team just got a lot better.
Yeah. It's like they made a trade at the deadline. Although no NHL team has ever made a trade to get Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, and Orlov. That would be a cap buster.
Looks like Sweden's going to get Matthias Ekholm and Andre Burakovsky. So the Swedes all of a sudden become a pretty darn good team as well.
Anders Saar, number 55 for Hungary. Plays it around. Saar, the native of Saskatoon, is one of 5 naturalized North Americans who's playing for Hungary. Players who have spent a couple of years in the Hungarian domestic league and obtained a Hungarian passport. Saar played at Northern Michigan University. Frank Petrano swings back for it and plays it across to David Warsofsky. Petrano chips it down. You'll hear the Hungarian fans chanting, singing, and drumming throughout the game if you're tuning into this for the first time.
Here they go. They're just getting loosened up.
After each game, they will sing the anthem to their team after the winning team's national anthem has been played. And on the left is John Hines, the head coach of Team USA. 6 years he was the coach of the U.S. National Team Development Program in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And on the right is Rich Chernamaz in his 4th year as the head coach of the Hungarian national team, a Canadian native who has spent the last 15 years coaching in Germany.
John Hines got a real early start into coaching. He played 4 years at Boston University. You mentioned the time at the National Development Program, coached in Wilkes-Barre in the American Hockey League. And when Ray Shero took over in New Jersey, he was his choice to take over with the Devils. 38 wins in his first year for the rebuilding Devils.
In 4 of his 5 years in Wilkes-Barre in the American League, that team had the best defensive record in the AHL.
I want coaches with the best offensive record, Gordon. Everybody's checking. Can we have some goals, please?
Sorry I brought it up. It's not an opinion. It was just a statistical fact that in the 4 or 5 years they had the best defensive record.
I know, but the game it's changed so much. Now everything is about the way that they deny offense or the way that the coaches check and their teams really play the system. I want chaos. I want goals.
You're in the wrong group, my friend. You should be over at Group A in Moscow. They're using soccer nets over there.
There has been some big scores over there, but there's also been, as you know, the Russian game against Kazakhstan was 6-4. They've had some wild nights there.
Yeah. Switzerland's first 3 games went to overtime, and they scored the tying goal in the last 8 minutes of all 3 games. Here's Weidman with it. Lines it across to Vetrano, works in that quick shot. And Vey rather makes the stop, and what a day Adam Vey had against the Finns.
47 stops. He made a multitude of saves on deflections, and the Finns were all over Hungary. That game was 0-0, 36 and a half minutes in before the Finns finally punched through. And one thing Adam Vey should be sharp. We just saw Frank Vetrano go into the box. Vetrano is going to shoot the puck. He's going to shoot it a lot. And for someone that started as the 13th forward, John Hines has had him work his way up the lineup, and he's been on the left side of Austin Matthews for a couple of games now.
Connor Murphy swings back for Team USA. Murphy of the Arizona Coyotes has scored in back-to-back games for Team USA.
He's got 11 goals in 181 NHL games. Now all of a sudden, Connor Murphy's a scoring star.
Remember Chris Phillips of the Ottawa Senators? He scored twice in his 1,000th NHL game on the Jason Spencer crack. It took him 1,000 games to figure out he was an offensive defenseman.
Just think of the way the hockey fates aligned that night. That the big rig was going to score twice.
I always think it's amazing. Brooks Orpik scored his first Stanley Cup playoff goal as an overtime winner in Game 6 for the Pittsburgh Penguins against the Islanders in his 77th career playoff game. One of the longest streaks before scoring a playoff goal in NHL history. Did it in overtime.
Sense of the occasion, apparently.
Yes. He was saving himself all those years for that one moment. Lead pass for Hudson Fasching, who chips it down, but from the wrong side of center ice. Icing call against Team USA as we're just over 4 minutes into the first period.
The longer this game continues along like this, the better it is for the Hungarians. They're going to skate, check, and try and stay in the way as much as possible, shorten the game, much like they did against the Finns. There they are. They're deep into the second period before they gave up a goal and get a power play. Maybe you bang one in and the game gets uncomfortable for your opponent.
Stipchitz can't hold the line for Hungary. And beds the Stipchitz in the battle for it at center ice. Jordan Schrader brings it up, drops it across. JT Compher spins back. Compher back at the point. That shot pounded wide by Brady Shea. And Martin Vash, the Hungarian captain, kicks away at it. Picked free by Sarauer. Head to Scheibuk. Well, Scheibuk, who plays in the Finnish Elite League, lost the puck, and a chance now for Team USA as Tyler Mott busts in. Mott works in, waits, shoots, saved by Vey, rebound, and Matt Hendrick got a piece of that, knocked it wide. And a hand pass being called against Team USA, and the faceoff will come outside.
Tyler Mott was a Hobey Baker finalist, and after leaving the University of Michigan, played 5 games in the American Hockey League, had a couple of goals. I've been impressed with the way he gets around the ice. He's a smart player, has been used in some defensive roles as well, but there he's in the right spot, picks off the pass, and then ends up getting himself into a scoring spot and forces Adam Vey into a pretty good blocker save.
Compher and Mott, Michigan Wolverine teammates this year, and Red Berenson, the third Michigan player is here, Kyle Connor, and the three of them played together on a line in the opener against Canada.
Yeah, spread out after that is probably in the game. John Hines sees that still a little young for, which is hard to believe, they're 18, 19, 20 years old, but you spread them out, maybe you balance your lineup a little better.
Swung in by Hannafin for Weidman. Lots of traffic as Weidman has a look and feeds back to Hannafin. Pass down to Nick Foligno. Down he goes for Larkin. He got stapled in the inboards by Gergo Naj. Foligno back at the line, but Hannafin can't reach it. It's back down to the U.S. zone. At this hour in Moscow, the Czechs are playing Kazakhstan. Czechs have had a strong tournament so far. And a quick shot fired high and wide there by Patrick Maroon. Back to pick it up is Murphy, playing in his 3rd straight World Championship, wearing a letter as a 22-year-old. And kicked ahead for Larkin. Knocked down by Shawfrot. He finds Kovac busting in. Kovac in, shoots. And Kincaid got a piece of that. Jake McCabe digging for it. McCabe was shaken up early in the game against Canada. Missed the next 2 games for Team USA. Back at the point. Sager feeds it across, and a penalty coming now to Team USA. Kevin Weir is digging for it. And the penalty will go against Dylan Larkin. Hungary to the power play. We come back. Dylan Larkin goes for a cross check, so Martin Vash and the Hungarians will go to the power play. They're 2 for 12 in the tournament. And in that game against Finland, Ray, the Hungarians came out with good pressure early in the second period, got an early power play, had some chances, and couldn't connect.
Right, this is exactly the script they would like to follow. The game was close, pretty tight. They give up a few chances, their goalie makes a stop, and then you get something like this. This is where their power play has to come through with them, for them. Then you make the team you're playing, in this case the U.S., a little nervous. That's the only way the smaller nations stay in these games, is to shorten it, make the game tighter, longer, and then take advantage of any opportunity you get.
Scheibuk brings it in now, plays it around, and puck is caught by Vilmos Gallo. Back at the point for Martin Vash for Gallo. Gallo back at the point, Magoshi. Plays it back for Gallo, will head fake, shoots, Kincaid makes the stop, and Janos Vash can't get to the rebound.
That was a tough stop for Kincaid as Vilmos Gallo plays in Linköping in the Swedish Elite League, steps to the left around the U.S. forward and then snaps this right on the corner. Kincaid, a sharp glove stop.
Gallo just 19 years old. He spent his entire minor hockey career and now his pro career in Sweden. Moved there as a 13-year-old. And there's Hungary's first shot on goal, a soft one, kicked away easily by Kincaid. Last promoted team to survive relegation in the first year up, Austria, back in 2009. Since then, all 10 promoted teams have been relegated their first year up in the top group of the World Championship. We know Slovenia is coming up next year. The question is, will it be one promoted team or two? It appears right now, the way things are going for Hungary, that it will be two. Italy was the other team that qualified out of Division 1A last year. Hungarians did it under somewhat unusual circumstances in Poland last year, as the puck gets by the defenseman Jesse Dudas, and busting it now with JT Comfort shorthanded, and racing back is Schafron to pick it up. Poland was upset a couple of times in Division 1A last year, so had to beat Hungary to qualify. The game was tied at 1 late, so the Polish pulled their goaltender. Hungary scored into the empty net, and as a result finished second in that tournament and earned a berth in the top group. Drop back for Martin Vash. 10 seconds to go on this power play that has not generated a lot so far. Scheibuk got it knocked away, and now a 2-on-1 for the U.S. Back the other way. Foligno in, shoots. Bay makes the stop, couldn't find the rebound for a moment, now does. He'll pounce on it and get a face-off in the Hungarian zone.
Adam Vey with the shoulder stop on Nick Foligno, looking for his first goal of the tournament. Foligno steals the puck at the blue line and has a straight line to the net. He wants to go up over his shoulder, and it catches Vey right up top of the top of his pads. He's able to jump on it, and the penalty killed without much damage.
Point shot taken there by Hanifin, deflects wide. Thomas Buchanan has scored for the Czechs. They're up 1-0 on Kazakhstan early. Jasmine Kovac sends it in deep. Shots are 4-1. Team USA here in the first period. Hungary qualifying for the World Championship in 2009. That was their first appearance in 70 years. Brought in by Austin Matthews. Shoots, and Bay makes the save on Matthews.
Well, clean chance. Miles Wood drives the net to open up a pass lane from Vetrano to Matthews.
Here comes Wood again, drops to Vetrano. His shot knocked away with a pad of Bay. We're going to see another kind of miraculous performance by Bay, who really wasn't just the volume of saves, but the quality against the Finns was unbelievable.
Now that was the best game we've seen from a goaltender on this side, by far. The 22-year-old, and he was brilliant start to finish.
Sackert sends it down to the U.S. zone, and Brady Shea is back to pick it up. He scored against France as well in that 4-0 U.S. win that evened their record at 2-2. Jordan Schrader tried to thread that pass ahead and off the leg of Sackert, back to center right. Let's be honest, the best performance on this side we've seen so far is from the Hungarian fans.
Those guys have been good. They've been pretty quiet so far. They're just...
You know, it's a long tournament, right? They get worn out.
Yes, they do.
You try standing, drumming, and clapping every other day for 2 weeks.
I don't know if they're getting the required 8 hours of sleep either, boy.
They may not be following doctor's orders. Trainer loose behind Hungarian goal. The all-beer diet as well is probably not recommended.
That tent out there seems to be well attended.
I think some of them are actually living there. Spun back is McCabe, looks ahead for Larkin. Dylan Larkin snaps that pass rink wide, trying to find Foligno just out of his reach. And played away by Martin Bosch. Almost Gallo trying to play it out, knocked away from him and back to center ice. Here's Weidman with it. Ottawa center defenseman up ahead for Larkin, trying to bank it ahead for Foligno. That's knocked away by Martin Bosch. Bosch is 36 years old. Now a steal. As Bartalas steps into it, Bartalas with a loose puck. Lines it across, and the shot taken by Stipchitz. Deflects off a stick, up and out, with 8:37 to go in the first.
Vetrano's going to pick up the puck on the right side. You see Wood driving through on the left. That opens up room for Matthews. He's trying to go low blocker on Vey. Vey's able to make the stop, and then Vetrano gets away with a little bit of a clip there. He goes to make the hit on Daniel Koger, and as Koger spins away, he ends up sliding his leg underneath and flipping the Hungarian forward.
Adam Mott plays it around. Vincent Serrani picks it up and moved ahead by Schafron. Istvan Schafron plays for Klagenfurt in the Austrian League. There is a Hungarian-based team in the Austrian League. It's Fehérvár, and the core of this Hungarian team plays for that club. Sharp angle shot by Santini, knocked away by Adam Vey. Vey plays in the domestic Hungarian League. It's a 10-team league in Hungary.
I would think his performance is probably opening up some doors for him, whether it be in the Austrian League or some teams looking at him from around Europe, which is where your career expands. Just 22 years old. He played in the Western States League in El Paso.
That'd be some culture shock.
Oh, can you imagine?
Budapest to El Paso. I'm assuming there aren't direct flights. In comes Matthews for it. Austin Matthews centers it. Picked up by Vetrano. Vetrano centers it. The chance for Matthews. Shoots it. Pinballs off the leg and wide. Matthews back on it. Matthews picks it out again. Winds his way in. Backhanded to the line by Frank Banham, and now shoveled back down the ice. Banham didn't play in Hungary's last game against Finland, back in today. The 41-year-old veteran, another good chance for Austin Matthews.
Matthews is going to come around the back of the net. Look how open he is. He tries to shoot this through, and it hits two Hungarian players. It goes off Mestienne first, and then hits Garat in front of Adam Vey. The puck doesn't get there. Matthews had an unbelievable assist in the last game. 11 seconds he cycled the puck by himself before finding Connor Murphy for the goal. Banham's got a slashing penalty coming up here.
Yep, Brock Nelson getting his first shift, number 11. He's knocked down from behind. As he's cross-checked by Gergo Naj. No score here, but the U.S. with the power play when we come back.
Oh.
Got them both. Banham was being called for a slash, and then at the end of the play, Gergo Naj cross-checked down Brock Nelson. Referees have called two minor penalties, a 5-on-3 for the U.S. for a full 2 minutes or less.
We talk a lot about the tight standard of officiating, consistently tight. Those are not There's no way you would end up with both penalties in North America. Not given what happened there. The cross-check was probably would have just been let go as it was at the end of the play.
So the funny part of that is, if the bantam slashing penalty wasn't being called, they might have called the cross-check in North America. So if it's a penalty with one coming, or without one coming, why isn't it when there's one coming?
I don't necessarily hate the standard that we watch here, how tight it is. I didn't love it when we played.
Weidman plays it around for Foligno. Back at the point is Matthews. Across to Weidman. Leads the U.S. with 2 power play goals. Larkin sends it back to the front. Vey takes that away from Petrano. Petrano back to Matthews, playing the point on the U.S. power play. Weidman to Larkin, back to Matthews. Walks in, plays it across. Larkin shoots short side, kicked away by Vey. And remember, in the game against Finland, Hungary survived a long 5-on-3 in the first period, an extended power play for the Finns.
Yeah, 81 seconds against the Finns. This is the full boat, 2 minutes here.
Larkin drops it back to Weidman. Now Larkin sets it up with Foligno standing in front. Larkin plays it across. Matthews unloads and hammered that wide. Puck to the line but not out. Held by Larkin. 100 minutes to go in the 5-on-3. Matthews. Weidman, Larkin in, shoots, Vey the save, rebound loose in front, Matthews in, oh, what a stop by Vey, still down, they dig away for it, Petrano sent flying, and Adam Vey somehow keeps it out.
Well, this is a left pad beauty from Adam Vey. The U.S. has worked the puck around, Larkin's shot is stopped, kicked to the net by Nick Foligno, and after it bounces off of Vetrano, it comes back into the slot to Austin Matthews, and Matthews is going to have enough time to drag it, and he wants to go low glove, and there's the pad stop. What a beauty from Adam Vey.
Then you drop your stick and do the Dominic Hash, you can pick up the puck with your blocker hand.
I think at that point, it is whatever you got. He scoops it up and ends up with Vetrano on top of him, but a brilliant stop for Adam Vey.
47 seconds to go here in the 5-on-3. Face-off, won by Sauer, and sent down the ice by Martin Bach. Got a steam for Dylan Larkin, and he comes across the line, flips it rink wide to Weidman. Weidman, 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, drops it off to Larkin. Foligno parked again in front, Weidman to Larkin. Has a look and drops it back to Matthews. To Larkin, one times it, Vey makes the glove save and hangs on through the screen of Foligno.
I don't like the shot from Larkin. It's too far out. It's too easy for Vey to get squared up to it. Larkin shoots it from the top of the circle. That's an okay shot, 5-on-4. But Vey is already squared up to him. That puck's got to go down to the goal line, back up top, back down to the goal line, make those 3 players move. When they don't, the goalie can square up for the shot.
Now Nelson comes out with Maroon and Schrader up front. Shea on the back end, along with Hannafin. At the line, held by Shea. Brady Shea feeds it across to Noah Hannafin. Drops it back, Shea. Final seconds now on the power play. On the goal line is Schrader. And Janos Vash had his stick knocked out. Penalties over, Vey is down, the puck loose, and Vash plays that away. 4 shots on goal for the U.S. on that 5-on-3, but Hungary holds its ground thanks to Adam Vey.
But also the Vash brothers and Andrew Sauer did an outstanding job in front of him. The last line is the goalie. He's huffing and puffing away there, but a fantastic bit of penalty killing by the Hungarians. And as you mentioned earlier, Gord, that's back-to-back games against the Finns and the U.S. that they've killed extended 5-on-3s.
Nelson back in for the face-off, and a career-high 26 goals this year for the New York Islanders. Came off the plane yesterday after the Islanders were knocked out.
Shots 13-1 here in the first period, and
the old Budapest Rope-a-dope. Bantam takes a whack at it. Frank Bantam, a former 50-goal scorer in the Western Hockey League for the Saskatoon Blades. Played in the NHL for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks back when they wore the eggplant uniform. A little bit for the then Phoenix Coyotes as well. So he played for two teams in the NHL that aren't called that anymore.
Played for teams that are no longer in their cities.
Tyler Mott comes in for it, shoots, Vey makes the save up high that appeared to stagger him somewhat, and the officials blowing the whistle. Remember the IIHF rule used to be that any time the puck struck the goaltender in the mask, play would be called. Now, if the goaltender appears to be staggered at all, they do call play dead.
Now, he might just be tired. It's 14 shots in 16 minutes for Adam Vey, and they haven't all been cream puffs either. He's made 3 or 4 terrific stops already.
Sarah, the 31-year-old, steps in for the face-off and wins it away from JT Compher. The other way that the smaller teams can help themselves against the big teams, win face-offs. Quite often they'll find themselves hemmed in for long periods when they just can't win a draw. Mott trying to kick it out. And spinning back around is Gallo. Vilmos Gallo plays it in behind the net. 3.5 to go in period number 1. Sarauer digs it out. Spins back, trying to backhand it up, knocked down by Compher. Kevin Weir, the Plymouth, Minnesota native. Plays it there for Sarauer to Scheibuk. And Scheibuk plays it back down to the U.S. zone, where Warsawski posts up right in front of that Hungarian cheering section. The seats are not needed. They stand the whole time. Stroza centers it. Steven Santini has time in, shoots, and Vey just punches it out with his blocker. Hanifin back on it now. Into the corner, hacked back in front. And skating by it was Fashing as Stipchitz picks it up and sends it down to the U.S. zone. Santini looks around for Fashing, held the line by Martin Vash. Vash had a goal on the power play against France for Hungary. Lost that game 6-2. It was actually tied at 1 at one point in the first period. Hanifin works his way in. Drops it back to centering pass for Hinostroza. He was belted down. And the man who belted him, Balint Magoshi, is going back to the Hungarian bench as the Hungarians ice it with 2:03 to go in the period.
Here's a look at Adam Vey's first period. Already 15 for 15. There's a difficult one on Nick Foligno. This stop here eventually is going to be on Austin Matthews, the left pad stop, the glove stop on Dylan Larkin. 4 saves on that 5-on-3 for Vey, 15 for 15 here in the first.
15-1 now the shot. Bounced by Murphy. Icing waved off as Kincaid is back to play it for Jake McCabe. Lead pass for Nelson, but that plays offside at the Hungarian line.
I wondered how long it would take for Brock Nelson to end up with Austin Matthews on the ice here. He's in the middle of the ice right now, though, taking a shift where Matthews would be. So Nelson in between Wood and Vetrano now. Matthews back. I think this is probably where we're going to see Brock Nelson in this tournament. Another 20-goal year in New York, although the second half was not as productive, certainly, as the first.
Nelson brings it ahead, drops it off to Matthews. A rolling puck. Matthews centers it. Vetrano couldn't pull the trigger, now has it back. Fans on that shot. And it's ticked down the ice by Gallo. This will be icing against Hungary. 1:25 to go in the first period.
Rich Chernomaz writing away, making some notes for himself here. And I think the one thing he would probably tell his team as they've hung in here, a lot of it to their goaltender Adam Vey, is when you get the puck, don't panic with it. Make a play with it. Don't shoot it down the ice all the time. There it is, an unnecessary icing. The play blown dead as Dylan Larkin won the draw with his feet.
Two players I can think of off the top of my head, Guy Carbonneau and Kirk Muller, would not have had National Hockey League careers if you couldn't win a draw with your feet.
Ron Francis was another. They were outstanding using their feet on the draw. They tie you up, use their feet, spin on it. He probably would have figured out something else, all three of them.
Weidman plays it across. Warsofsky a long shot, goes off the skate. Sager.
Kirk Muller, who's assistant coach with St. Louis here, and they were getting ready for their semifinals to get going. He was a savage in the draw. It was like, it was a slash-a-thon when you went for the draw against Kirk Muller.
I was like Bob Bassett. He took every draw like his life depended on it. Center ice, defensive zone, offensive zone. His nose was right down to the ice. Never gave up on a puck. Foligno, rink wide to Weidman. In comes Weidman with it now. 40 seconds to go in the period. Hendricks, loose in the corner with it. Serrani poking at it. And Chaffron banks it off the boards and back up to center.
So that play is an example of it, Gord. They got the puck, and Chaffron just shoveled it to center ice. Now it's right back in your end again. They got a little more time than they think.
Serrani, long lead pass, tipped up by Mott. Dying seconds now in the opening period. Hanifin back for it. And Shea has it. Brady Shea skates it out. Takes a long shot that skips down wide. Shots on goal, 15-1. But Adam Bay holds his ground, and this game is scoreless after 20 minutes. Our first intermission coming up from the 2016 Worlds.
Hungary 0. Счет после первого периода 0-0. Shots on goal in the first period. Team Hungary 1. Team USA 15. Братские повороты в первом периоде. Команда Венгрии 1. Команда США 15.
decisive second. The second one you had. The point of no return. This is where you meet yourself. This is where a new adventure begins. This is the moment. This is your time. Tiso.
Хоккей – это спорт, где все относятся к своему делу по-особенному. И болельщики, и хоккеисты. Здесь каждый старается изо всех сил и выкладывается на полную. Поэтому мы поддерживаем чемпионат мира по хоккею уже много лет. И вкладываемся в тех, кто вкладывается. Райффайзенбанк. Разница в отношении.
Introducing the 2016 IIHF app. Player statistics. Team statistics. Live updates. And introducing Hockey Cards. Your face, your team, your car. Share it with hockey fans across the world. From any smart device, in your own language. The 2016 IIHF app, powered by Skoda.
Skoda. Simply clever.
Pirelli. I0.
Новая шина Pirelli i0 с уникальной технологией двойного шипа Dual Stab. Отличное сцепление и торможение на льду. Зимние шины Pirelli. Будь готов к русской зиме. Pirelli.
I0.
Дистрибьютор автозапчастей мировых производителей. Автоматизация складского логистики, не имеющая аналогов в Восточной Европе. Собственный товарный знак «Автозапчасти Патрон» с 2004 года. Товарный знак «Патрон» зарегистрирован в 21 стране мира. Автозапчасти Патрон. Побеждаем вместе. Наш лед. Наша скорость. Наша надежность. Наш характер, наша поддержка, наши победы. Это наша игра, это наш хоккей. И это у нас не отнять. Ингольстрах, официальный партнер чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года.
back here in St. Petersburg, Russia. It's day 8 of the 2016 World Hockey Championship. Team USA taking on Hungary. Later tonight in this arena, it'll be Germany against Belarus. And in Moscow, the Czechs are playing Kazakhstan right now. It's 1-0 after 1 there. Tonight, Denmark takes on Latvia. An intriguing mix for teams in that battle for the 3rd and 4th playoff spots. And Hungary would dearly love to get there. The Hungarians have Belarus on Saturday, Germany on Monday. Could somehow Hungary find a way to upset a team, get 3 points, and stay out of relegation?
Honestly, that's the goal, isn't it?
Right.
You know, you often talk, Gord, about the 3 tournaments, and one of them is staying out of relegation. And it might seem like not much to a larger nation, but whoa, linesman got clipped down pretty good there.
Tyler's collided with the linesman. He went flying. Brought out now by Larkin. Dylan Larkin across to Nick Foligno. Foligno in, shoots, kicked away by Vey, and Vey kicks it over the glass and out.
That's the 16th save for Adam Vey. 16 for 16 as Nick Foligno fires this from the wing, and well played by Vey as Larkin was going to the net for the rebound. And here's where Weirs clips out the linesman's feet as he's trying to zip past him.
Jaroslav Lotsky, the linesman there, a very experienced international official. We see these guys a lot, Ray, when they're starting out their international careers. Most of them come through the World Junior Championship, make their way here.
It's a big deal for them to get promoted. We talk about how teams are trying to stay in, or teams are trying to work their way through the tournament. So are the officials.
And this is also the gateway to the Olympic Games. Officials from here will be chosen to work in the Olympics in 2018. Matthews trying to win that draw forward. Did, but Trano gets a quick shot away, and Vey knocks it away. Gallo works in. Almost Gallo has the shot for Hungary. Now knocked back. Buzz with a chance. Rebound. Oh, and a save that might hit the goalpost as well. Through the legs of Kincaid off the post. 2 great chances for Hungary. And now they're going to call Vetrano for a dive. And Hungary's going to the power play.
Well, what a sequence here.
Now, they get them both or just one?
No, just the dive.
Wow, and there's the dive sign.
The penalty first is Vetrano gets called for the dive there as he gets pushed over. Sauer is in front of Kincaid. There's a quick left pad stop and the rebound right off the post. As Kincaid's looking for it, the legs open up and Sauer bangs it off the goalpost. Hungary with their first power play of the game. I'm not so sure what they want to review here. Rich Chernamaz, the Hungarian coach, asked them to review something. I assume it would be the rebound, but as we've seen pretty clearly, that's off the goalpost. And after killing off the 5-on-3 in the first period, Hungary will get their own power play now.
Hungary's only shot in the opening period came on the man advantage.
Weirs' shot, nice stop by Kincaid. He had to find it, and then directly off the goalpost and out. Once they get this sorted out, Hungary will have a chance on their power play to score the game's first goal.
Hungary has not led yet in the tournament, have been tied. And you get the official ruling from referee Konstantin Olenin, no goal. Sauer will stay out for the Hungarian power play. After leaving Northern Michigan, spent 4 years in the ECHL and the American League before coming over to Hungary, where he's spent the last 3 years. Had a chance to talk to his brother about it, saying that Sauer loves playing there. Beautiful country. Pretty nice life. Here's Banham, who has a power play goal as well for the Hungarians. Frank Banham, 41-year-old, slides it back. Jesse Dudas plays it across, and a hard shot taken there by Bartalich. Rossi Dudas. Down for Sauer. He falls and takes Shade out with him. And look out, that clearing attempt by Warsawski almost hit Tyler Mott in the head. Deflected it down the ice. Dudas, who leads the Hungarians at 9 times, lines out ahead, races to the loose puck. Dudas lays it down for Bartalich. Scored that lone goal against Canada. Got the puck afterwards. Fasching works his way in short-handed. Finishing a shot, made the save, get a swat, the rebound away. But on charging Matt Hendricks. Now the Hungarians back the other way. Brought up by Balo Shaibuk. Plays it towards the goal and knocked right back down the ice by McCabe. Kevin Weir plays it across to Martin Bash. Bash snaps that rink line pass, and Gallo is stripping the puck by Mott. Now Nick Foligno buys some time and swings it down the ice. 30 seconds to go in this Hungarian power play. There's Kevin Weirs, sort of Minnesota Golden Gopher. Up ahead for Martin Bash. Coker had to tag back up. And now brought in by Weirs. Weirs winds his way to the backhand shot, stopped by Kincaid. Foligno wraps it around the long way. Martin Bash races to it and holds it onside. Now knocked away by Mott.
Not much danger on the power play for the U.S. to deal with. The one saved by Keith Kincaid on Weirs just at the end.
One shot on goal, the lone shot by Weirs late in the man advantage. So 3 gone here and a still scoreless second period. This game following the script of the Finland game very closely. It was 36 minutes into the game before the Finns finally scored to make it 1-0. Now he drops it back. That shot by Kovac was blocked by Matthews, and Matthews finds Vetrano. Back to Matthews. For Vetrano. Spins back at the line. He gets knocked down again. The pass thrown back in front. And remember, cross-checking penalty will go against Hungary. As the U.S. will get a power play here with 16 and a half to go in the second period. And Ben Serrani goes off.
Vetrano's going to pull up here, and that's the same as the McDavid penalty yesterday, the cross push. And not a fan of that call. There's Hudson Fasching showing some pretty good wheels as he jumps through shorthanded. Made his NHL debut on March the 26th against Winnipeg, scored a goal on his first shift. Easy lead.
What took you so long to bring me up?
Team Hungary.
What a way to start.
Number 6, Bence Siriani. 2 minutes penalty for
Noah Hannafin.
cross-checking.
Drops it off to Larkin. Larkin drops it down. Return pass hammered wide. As Jordan Schrader was alone in front. Weidman in behind the goal for Foligno. Plays it back to Larkin. Dylan Larkin tied with Matthews for the U.S. point lead. Centers it for Schrader. Can't pull the trigger on a shot. Now moved down the ice by Bartalich. Hannafin swings back for it. Drops it back for Weidman. Rink wide for Larkin with a head of steam. In comes Dylan Larkin. Banks it back for Hannafin. Rossi goes to Weidman. Weidman back to Hannafin with time. Lines it back up to Weidman. Rink wide pass to Larkin. Drops it back. Hannafin fans on the shot. Hungary breaks out 2-on-1 shorthanded. Sarauer in on Hannafin. Sarauer trying to center it. The pass kicked away by Hannafin. And now a lead pass goes to Foligno. Foligno in alone, shoots, scores! Nick Foligno busts in a power play goal, and it's 1-0 Team USA.
Well, we just got a glimpse of Noah Hannafin's skating ability as the puck was turned over. He had to race back to intercept the pass or deflect the pass from Sauer. Watch how quickly Hannafin gets back into position here to deny this pass. That was a scoring chance in the making. And then Chris Weidman. This is a beauty of a feed to Nick Foligno. Weidman, a power play goal last game. This long lead pass to Nick Foligno, his first goal of the tournament, and he rips it over the glove of Adam Vey. And the U.S. is on the board on the power play.
First shot for the U.S. on that power play.
Was scored by number 71, Nick Foligno. Assisted by number 6, Chris Weidman, and number 15.
Hungarian fans see from players script as their team falls behind.
Hannafin gets an assist after breaking up that play, and then Weidman heads up as he turns around. He's got to get his head up the ice, and he sees Foligno through that long seam, and the pass was right on the tape. He doesn't slow up at all, and he's behind the Hungarian defense for the goal.
You're never going to be the offensive defenseman in Ottawa as long as Erik Karlsson's there, but you can be an offensive defenseman for the Senators.
You can be, and there's a spot there for Weidman. He signed a 2-year extension in January or so. And with the top 4.
Throws a shot, scores on the feed from Matthews. Hinostroza snaps it home. And just like that, it's 2-0 Team USA. 18 seconds apart of the goals. And the US has a 2-goal lead.
Hinostroza had a rough night in the last contest the U.S. played against France. He took 3 minor penalties. Here he plays a little bit of give and go. The puck goes down low to Hudson Fasching. He rolls it right back to Hinostroza. And that squirts the water into the air off the water bottle, and it's 2-0 U.S.
Yeah, Fasching, not Matthews with the assist. And Hinostroza has his first goal in this World Championship. Hinostroza spent most of the year with Rockford of the American Hockey League, but did get 7 games in with the Chicago Blackhawks and the 6th round pick of the Hawks 4 years ago. So quick strike offense for Team USA, looking to run its record of 3-2 at this World Championship. US has won bronze medals in 2 of the last 3 World Championships.
Just to finish that thought on Weidman, with the top 4 in position in Ottawa with Ceci and Phaneuf and Mathot and Karlsson, there's a 3rd right spot there that's Weidman's if he can grab it and not let it go. You play the second power play, you get out there sometimes with Karlsson. 19 goals 2 years ago in the American Hockey League. He can shoot the puck.
Hinostroza, native of Portland, Illinois, played for the U.S. in the 2014 World Junior Championship. Played at Notre Dame where the Blackhawks have their training camp. A sharp angle shot taken by Bartalich, goes off a stick, high and wide, brought back by Wood. Miles Wood drops back to Toronto, shoots, pad save, gets the glove down, the puck came free for a moment. The Hungarians can't clear it out. Wood back with it to Matthews. Austin Matthews. Works around and a penalty coming into Hungary. It's Calvin Sager got the slash in there. Here's McCabe with it. McCabe sends it back in front. Now a sharp angle shot taken by Larkin, the extra skater on for the U.S. McCabe sets it up for Larkin. Larkin for Matthews. Austin Matthews plays it back at the point. The rink-wide pass by McCabe goes into the corner. Hungarians still haven't gained possession. Murphy drops it down to Petrano. Petrano in, shoots, that's blocked. And finally Hungary touches up. And with 13:21, Team USA is going to the power play, up 2-0 here in the second. Sanger, the name of Abbotsford, BC, goes off for a slash. He spent 5 full years in the Western Hockey League, then went to Lakehead University in Thunder Bay, Ontario, before spending the last couple of years in Hungary. The hockey road is not usually a straight one. You get lots of twists and turns.
There's no one way. There's one way that probably works best for each guy. You just got to try and find your own path.
I'm sure when Rich Chernomaz went over to play in Europe after spending 6 years in the NHL, he didn't imagine he'd be coaching for 15 years and coaching a team in the World Championship.
There's the cross-check that was called against the Hungarians that led to the power play at 0-0, and Foligno takes the widening pass to make it 1-0. The U.S. back on the power play. They've got 6 power play goals in the tournament, including 3 in the second game against Belarus.
2 forwards have scored for Team USA, so 15 goals now, but still 6 by D-men. Shots on goal are 21-3 in favor of Team USA. 2 of the 3 Hungarian shots have been on the power play. Larkin plays it down. Oh, look how Weirs goes head first into the boards there. Play back for Shea. Larkin works it back to wide, and that pass misfires. And Kincaid out the play. Kincaid plays for John Hines with the New Jersey Devils. Played 23 games for them this year. Signed as an undrafted free agent by New Jersey out of Union College. Matthews for Maroon. Austin Matthews back with it. Winds in, drops it back. Maroon, a shot that goes off a skate wide. Under a minute to go in this power play now. Shea plays it back down to Vetrano. Takes a return pass and tries to play that across. The pass broken up by Andres Bank. And now Bank fires it down the ice. Canada back in action tomorrow night against Slovakia in the 8 p.m. local game here, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Matthews comes in, busted 1-on-4. Matthews rings it around for Nelson. Rock Nelson back to Vetrano. Vetrano works his way in, taps it down to the goal mouth, and Maroon put that wide.
Just missed. That's a good move by Maroon. At that size, you're able to take 1 step and sweep it around the goalie's leg. He just missed it.
Matthews ahead for Maroon. Maroon drops it back to Matthews. Trying to return pass for Maroon. Now he's got his poke checked away, and the teams are back to even strength. At the point, held by Warsawski. A long shot went off the glove of Vey and wide. And Martin Vash, at the end of a penalty kill shift, lifts that down the ice. And now Hungary won't be able to change.
To get through the penalty kill, the Hungarians do. Here's that chance by Patrick Maroon. He gets the puck around the pad of Vey, who's in pretty good position to snuff that out. But that's a strong move. Even if Vey makes the save, there's going to be a loose puck as he won't be able to control that rebound.
Scramble draw. Went back to the point to Murphy. Now McCabe with a shot that's tipped just wide. Vey's down. The puck is still loose. And Martin Vash has it to the line, but not out. McCabe knocks it down. And these are tired Hungarian players on the ice. Schrader drops it back, picked off by Koger. Worked in on a long drive by Stipchitz, steered away by Kincaid. Second even strength shot for Hungary in the game. Now a centering pass knocked away from Schrader. Shafron moves the puck ahead, busting in his Kovac, but that's knocked away from him by McCabe. At the point, Dudas with a shot that deflected wide. Dudas back with it. Shoots it towards the goal. Again, it goes off a leg. And Schrader has it back for Team USA. Murphy plays it around for McCabe. Lead pass missed Hendricks. And Scheibuk throws it across, chipped down to the U.S. zone by Sagert. Icing waved off. Scheibuk forced it free, almost found Gallo with that shot. Now Gallo picks it up, but his pass is picked off by Hendrick. Up ahead for Fashing. Hudson Fashing. It's squeezed there by Garat. Shaibu. Knocks it down, and now the puck turned over. Wood reaching for it. It's on board Garat. Lost the puck to Wood. Past the midway point now, the second period. Hinostroza spins back. Vincent Hinostroza tried to throw that back for Santini. The pass misfired. It goes back down to the U.S. zone. Santini plays it ahead for Hannafin, and that pass goes over the glass and out.
Miles Wood left Boston College after 1 year. Played his freshman year this year, had 10 goals there, and signed with the Devils. Played his NHL debut April the 9th, the same day Steven Santini did, as they played against the Maple Leafs. And Wood felt, even though it was just 1 year into college, that the best move for him was to get into the pro game. He's a big kid, he can really skate.
Pass knocked down by Janos Vash. Plays it back in the corner.
Looks to me like he's going to be a third or fourth liner, a penalty killer, strong.
Dad Randy played a decade in the NHL, 740 games. He was a big body guy too.
Yeah, he could skate, and he checked, he could score some goals. I believe he got 25 1 year with the Islanders.
Hannafin races to it. And Hannafin and Chris Pence ahead for Vetrano. Frank Vetrano busting in, shovels it across to Matthews. Matthews drops, Nelson in, shoots. He had a stick with it there by Kogert to knock the shot wide. At the point, Hannafin has it skip away. And Hannafin plays it ahead for Vetrano. Back to Weidman, the native of St. Louis. Playing for USA Hockey for the first time in his career. Matthews busts in. Centers it, Vetrano picks it off. Puck kicked across and scooped up by Weird. Kevin Weird stepped away from Hinostroza. Plays it across to Serrani. Out to play is Kincaid. Leaves it there for Warsawski. He got bumped by Shafrock. Now Wood back with it. Wood centers it, was off a skate by Warsawski and back down the ice. Warsawski drops it back to Hinostroza. Hinostroza winds his way in with a quick shot away. Bay gloves that and hangs on. 2-0 the U.S. leads. You're watching the 2016 World Hockey Championship from St. Petersburg, Russia. The Rhode Island native. In his first year as the head coach of the Devils, as we mentioned, you see Dave Quinn on the left, head coach at Boston University.
Wants his team back to work, obviously, a little bit. He's I always watch and try to read lips there. He's like, move the puck, skate with the puck. Wants them getting up again.
Well, the other thing you don't want to do is to get into bad habits, right? You got to keep playing.
Well, there's one other thing here is as you try to create good habits and such. It's only 2-0.
Right.
I mean, you give up an odd goal or something, and the game doesn't need to be more uncomfortable than it is. Look at Canada's game yesterday against Germany. All of a sudden, the game's 2-2 after 2 periods, and Canada had to kick it up a gear. And as I said yesterday, I thought it was good for them. I thought it was a good deal that they had to try and ratchet up the intensity a little bit.
Now picked out, and his chance there. Turned away from Maroon as Foligno has it back. Vey is down. Maroon bangs away at it. Vey had his back turned to him. And the puck went off a skate and wide. Foligno for Maroon. Back at the point for Murphy, but his pass draws McCabe out. Jake McCabe, we talked about the fact he played that star-studded 2013 United States national junior team in Ufa, Russia. As Larkin winds his way in, here comes Larkin with it. Shoots from a sharp angle, scores! Tucks it in short side on Vey, and it's 3-0 Team USA.
Larkin's another player that likes to shoot the puck. He gets rid of it in a hurry. And he obviously saw a little bit of an opening here as Vey had squeaked off the goalpost. Larkin lugs the puck through the middle of the ice exceptionally well, gets outside. Look, he's almost below the goal line. He's right on it at the very least. Adam Vey flips it out, but it's too late as Larkin's got his head up. Right about here, he realizes he's got a little room. He banks it off the knee of Vey right there. And the U.S. has scored 3 goals in this second period to take a 3-0 lead.
So Larkin takes over sole possession of the U.S. point lead at the tender age of 19. Down to Kincaid, he'll hang on to that with 5:33 to go here in the period.
23 goals for Dylan Larkin this year in the National Hockey League in his rookie year with Detroit. He played in the World Championships last year for the United States and really impressed Ken Holland and Mike Babcock, who was still under contract to the Wings as the coach at that time. And then he pushed his way onto the Red Wings roster, which maybe won't be such a thing in the future, but it sure was last year. He was the first guy in almost 25 years to do that as a teenager.
Serrani's shot blocked there by Hendricks. And Serrani racing back for him, but Hendricks takes it away from him. Shoots from a sharp angle. We got Mike Sillinger. In 1991 was the last teenager to make the Red Wings opening night roster. They like to let their prospects over-ripen, but it was a two-way street last year at the World Championship of the Czech Republic. The Wings wanted to see Larkin, and Larkin wanted to see if he was ready to play, and the answer, I think both came away with, was yes. And the answer this year, an emphatic yes. Hanifin slaps that wide.
Plays the game with great energy, very confident player. You can't just be confident. You hear people say, oh, they gotta get more confidence. Either you are or you aren't.
Yeah.
You can get on a hot streak where you feel more confident, but there's something in Dylan Larkin that makes him think and that he can be a difference maker most nights. And, you know, I see a little bit of that in Kyle Connor, who's not playing today and for the U.S. And there's some of that, the Winnipeg Jets first rounder in him. The energy, the way he carries the puck.
Whoa, that's not a helmet, is it?
I don't know. Got the chin strap on pretty tight if it is.
If you have to ask. Bank plays it out. And the lead pass. Mrs. Bellant Magoshi. To finish the thought on Larkin, he got a new building coming in Detroit in a year's time, and a Michigan native starting for the Red Wings. Kid who grew up just outside Detroit, in the suburbs. Played minor hockey there growing up. Goes University of Michigan, drafted by the Wings.
His parents have never been on a road trip.
They don't understand what it's like. And for players like Istvan Bartalich, traveling is nothing new. He's spent most of his hockey career the last decade in Sweden. Moved there as a 15-year-old. I always think about Andrzej Kopitar and talk about him being the first Slovenian player, which he is, but really trained in Sweden. There's Nelson on it. Swings that rink wide and finds Santini. Steven Santini. Banks it down the Hungarian zone. Garrett back to pick it up. Inestroza with a chance. That's blocked. Bounces right back. Inestroza to Nelson. He shoots. That's blocked as well. Nelson. Rink wide to Weidman. Now for Inestroza. The bouncing puck chipped to White and Nelson. And now Now lifted ahead to Kovac. Trying to slide that ahead was Bartalish. And now Bartalish with the steal. Trying to center it. Now the puck goes over the glass and out. The face-off will come outside with 3 minutes remaining in the second period.
After hanging on through the first period, Hungary was outshot 15-1. The dam broke a little bit here in the second period. 2 goals in 18 seconds. Nick Foligno and Vinny Hinostroza, both of them their first of the tournament. And then Dylan Larkin, his second, have given the U.S. a 3-0 lead.
Waterford, Michigan, the hometown of Dylan Larkin. 15th overall in his draft year. Nice pick by the Wings. 2:45 to go. Sarauer centers it. Here's a chance, and it bounces away from Balazs Shaibu. Sarauer couldn't get to it. Warsawski sends it up for Maroon. Patrick Maroon through the middle for Larkin. Had the tightrope at the line, couldn't hang on. Lead pass from Shea, then is Foligno. Icing call against Team USA.
Larkin went 15th in that draft. That was the Aaron Ekblad draft. Ekblad, a terrific player. What a cornerstone player he's turning out to be in Florida. But Leon Draisaitl went 3rd. Sam Reinhart, who's here, went 2nd. But it's hard to imagine that when you watch what's closer to a finished product now, that Larkin could slide to 15th. But again, these guys are drafting 18-year-old kids, and hard to project. Calgary got Sam Bennett at 4.
Foligno drops it off. Schrader with a shot kicked away by Vay. And remember, at that point, Larkin hadn't played college hockey yet. You're talking about a player in the U.S. National Team Development Program, so even harder to judge. A great freshman year in Michigan.
And Robbie Fabry went 21st in that draft.
He's been okay for St. Louis in the playoffs, I think. There's McCabe. Jake McCabe looks in the corner with it. Drops it back. Comfer now backing up for McCabe. Shoots, tipped wide of the goal. By McCabe, who's down low. McCabe back with it. Centers it, and Comfer picks it up. McCabe holds the line. Schrader plays it back. And Connor Murphy shot his block. We talked about that 2013 U.S. National Junior team that McCabe, who has the puck now, was on. How about that defense? Shane Gostisbehere, Seth Jones, Jacob Trouba, him.
McCabe was the captain of that team. And John Gibson in goal.
Yeah, and then Johnny Goodrow and a host of others up front. Final minute now of the second period. The U.S. has broken it open with 3 second period goals. Still 1-0 in Moscow. Czechs took an early lead there in a goal by Thomas Buchanan and have outshot the Kazakhs badly. Matthews centers it, gets by everyone and back down the ice. Matthews takes that lead pass, drops it back to Fasching. Hudson Fasching in, shoots, ramps off a stick it out with 29 seconds left. And we've got a penalty coming up. And it'll be a tripping call, which will go against Janos Vash, who is arguing with the linesman, who really can't help him in any respect.
He's trying to figure out what exactly he's got a penalty for. Fasching makes the move to the middle.
I think the wrong guy here.
They do have the wrong guy.
Andras Bank is the guy that did it, I think. Bank's number 9.
Yeah, that's exactly who it is right there.
Unless they got Bashford falling on him.
I don't think that's in the rule book.
Really? I've looked.
I'd have to dig that up again, a little more research. 4th U.S. power play.
Matthews wins the draw cleanly back to Warsawski. Back to Matthews, centers it, and Nelson shot deflected wide. 20 seconds to go in the period. Petrano drops it down. Maroon centers it, tapped wide by Nelson. Patrick Maroon plays it back to Petrano. To Warsawski. Maroon standing in front. That's an imposing presence there. Warsawski centers it. Maroon shovels it back. And a crease violation called against Patrick Maroon. who has had this issue throughout the tournament. He's arguing he wasn't in.
Well, there's his foot. It's in the crease. Might not like the rule, but it is the rule. I wonder if he looks at the video and says, oh yeah, I was in. Because he was.
I wonder if you ever looked at a slashing penalty of yours and thought it wasn't a penalty.
I didn't have to wait that long. You're going to the box and you only got half a stick. Well, it's a slashing
Score
penalty.
after the second period.
U.S. scores 3 times here in the second. Clark in a big part of the equation. 3-0 the U.S. leads.
Счет после второго периода. Команда США 3, команда Венгрии 0. Shots on goal in the second period. Броски по воротам во втором периоде. Team Hungary 3, Team USA 10. Команда Венгрии 3 броска по воротам, команда США 10.
Ты с уверенностью встречаешь любые испытания. А как насчет твоего лица? Новый крем для лица Nivea Men создан специально для мужчин. Он эффективно увлажняет кожу и защищает ее от сухости. Новый мужской крем Nivea Men. Уверенность тебе к лицу. Поддержи свою команду с Nivea Men. Nivea Men – официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
С какой бы проблемой ни столкнулся ваш бизнес, у нас всегда есть надежное решение.
Все на спорте. Здесь и сейчас. Новости. Видео. Интервью. Попади в точку. Чемпионат.ком. Чемпионат. Главное слово в спорте.
Он всегда скрыт от взглядов. Его хватка не вызывает сомнений. Именно на нем все держится. И когда нужен результат, его обеспечит Целизит. За надежную хватку отвечает плиточный клей, а затирка за безупречный внешний вид. За результатом стоит Целизит. Качество для профессионалов.
Это больше, чем спортивная форма. Это знак почета, символ гордости. И когда они надевают его, они не просто игроки. Они атланты, несущие на плечах свою страну, храбро сражаясь против лучших в мире. Имя на спине вам ничего не скажет. Главное – это герб на груди. Самые яркие звезды хоккея съедутся в Торонто, чтобы выяснить, чья сборная сильнее. Кубок мира по хоккею 2016. Билеты уже в продаже.
you know, maybe I vowed. Once I found you, never let you go. Maybe you can't tell all you're feeling from here. Gonna need you, love and affection. Gonna need you, heaven's up to the valley. Gonna need
Friday the 13th in St. Petersburg, Russia, and around the world, the 2016 World Hockey Championship. 13 not considered an unlucky number here, so Russians wear it with regularity and wore it routinely in the National Hockey League, except in New Jersey, where Lou Lamoriello, then the GM, would not permit it. Among the many rules.
I wore 13 in St. Louis. It didn't.
How'd that go for you?
Great. Had a great time.
Yeah. See?
It was fine.
Didn't hurt you?
No, it works for. I don't know. It's a couple of numbers on the back of your jersey. It really. Pavel Datsuk's worn it quite well.
Yeah, he's done very well with it. There's a nice call against Team USA to open this third period. So the U.S. has Germany on Sunday, Slovakia
What day
on
is today?
Tuesday.
Friday, right?
Today's Friday,
Yeah,
yes.
You just told me that. I wasn't really listening.
Okay, we're over that now.
Are we okay? Good.
After a couple of years, I don't even notice. Friday the 13th is on Friday this month. That's
Amazing.
yeah, what a coincidence.
Who knew?
Toronto trying to work it ahead. He and Patrick Maroon crisscross, and that pass missed Brock Nelson.
Well, they're back at it.
Win or lose, and it's been mostly lose. They've been terrific. Latvia renowned for having the great fans, but these Hungarians giving them a run for their money. The difference is Latvia tends to stay in the top group longer. Nelson drops it back, but Toronto in shoots, and the save made by Vay.
Warsofsky puts this on the tee to Vetrano, and he delivers it at the goal. 25 shots through 2 periods for the U.S. You see Vetrano with 5 more shots tonight. Some guys just have a knack to get to the puck in the shooting spot, and for Vetrano, he's able to do that, but he's also not shy about shooting it from a sharp place to see if he can build a rebound.
Larkin drops it down. The dying seconds of this power play that began late in the period. Brady Shea tees it up, shoots. That's tipped just wide by Foligno. Now Larkin swings it back. Mott back to Shea. Back to Weidman. Chris Weidman drops it down to Foligno. Here's Foligno back with it. Sends it back in front. And it's knocked down the ice by Saget. We were trying to help a Finnish broadcaster say Weidman. He kept asking, how do you say it? Wideman? No, Weidman.
Those guys have the most complicated looking names, and they roll their R's.
You know why they couldn't say it? No
Too
K,
easy.
No K in it. Now the centering pass bounces around. No K or R in it. No choice.
I would say my favorite Finnish name this tournament is Koskaranta.
Yeah?
I just think there's a lot going on in that name. Yours? Do you have a?
In this tournament? I've got some favorites of all time. What was like Lassi Kukinen's name?
Jarmo Koskaranta is a good one.
Of course, I always like, Antti Niemi. Are you pro or anti Niemi?
I think my favorite of all time, I think his first name was Hexi, and his last name's Ariaranta.
Yeah.
And I always liked that name.
Talk about guys who can shoot from anywhere. Rayo Rutsalayan, the old Finnish defenseman, a little fire plug of a guy, about 5'9", 190 pounds. He could rip it from anywhere.
Do you remember Risto Siltanen?
Yeah.
I played with him in Hartford. He was much the same. And Risto liked to shoot it about 4.5 feet high.
Yes, Risto had a direction problem.
He was a dangerous guy.
So you're usually parked near the net in the power play.
Yeah, practicing the power play, you had very few volunteers getting in front, that's for sure.
Finland tied with Canada for top spot in this group at 4-0. And they'll play each other in the closing game of the round robin here on Tuesday night. May very well decide top spot in the group.
The Finns have a team largely built with homegrown players, I guess, or players that play at home here, and not a lot of NHL guys on it. Young defense.
But a country that is really
What a role they are on, aren't they?
They won the under-18s in the World Junior already this year, trying to become the first country to win the U18, U20, and World Championship crown in the same year. Wood comes in. Gathers up that loose puck. Look at the head of steam he has. Shoots, and Vey makes the left pad save. Fashing on it now. Hudson Fashing. Swings it back at the point for Hannafin. Into the corner for Wood. Back to Hannafin. That was knocked away and moved ahead by Gallo. Vilmos Gallo comes in. They had their lone shot in the opening period. Now spinning back in the corner is Koger.
They only got 4.
Oh, saying. It wasn't wrong.
It's not like a whole crew of players jumped up with a shot in the second either.
See, why you gotta be so negative?
As you would say, it's a factual statement.
Yes, I made a factual statement, and you got negative. Sarauer in across the line, drops it off for Scheiber. Puck reached the side of the goal on the net, and knocked down by Kincaid. The greatest optimist. Oh, look out! Defenseman fell. In comes Vetrano. Fires. Vey makes a stop. Rebound, and Vetrano tapped it wide. Vetrano again, 3 for $1. Shot it wide that time.
He's not shy.
The greatest optimist in hockey history, probably the late Badger Bob Johnson. Great USA hockey coach. Stanley Cup winner with Pittsburgh. His Calgary Flames got beaten 8-1 at home by Hartford. And Shea drops it down to Vetrano. It was their 9th straight loss at home. Johnson went to the dressing room and said, guys, I know you're down. The media's all over us, the fans all over us. But that power play goal we scored, that was a great goal. And now USA Hockey's headquarters. Bob Johnson Drive in Colorado Springs. Larkin centers it. That shot lifted high by Maroon. Swung back as Benza Stipchitz has it. Stipchitz played at Princeton High School in Princeton, New Jersey last year. And Maroon has it. Swings it rink wide for Larkin. Away comes Dylan Larkin, leaping it across the line, steps around Kovac. Tries to center it, picked off by Martin Vash. He turns it over, but the puck leaves the zone. And Maroon has it back.
Hungary is out of gas.
Yeah.
They are just done here.
Could 3 points be enough to keep them out of relegation? They'd have to beat Belarus or Germany in one of their final 2 games to have a chance to avoid it. 3-0 the U.S. leads. We're back to St. Petersburg in a moment. Springfield, Massachusetts, was advised by the Boston Bruins after he signed as an undrafted free agent with him that he might need to lose a few pounds. Tough because his family owns a very popular restaurant in Springfield.
I don't know if advised was probably the right way, or the right word. I think told. But seriously, the directive comes a lot of times to a young guy because he doesn't know. They're like, you have to lose weight. They're always telling players, you've got to get stronger. You've got to get in the gym. You've got to put on weight. The other way too, sometimes the word's a little more directed than a suggestion. He lost 15-20 and had an outstanding first-year pro.
Now brought back the other way as Matt Hendricks takes his shot and Vey steers that away. Faye will get a look for some scouts that are in attendance. After the performance against Finland, he's 22 years old, 6'5", 210 pounds. Has a little bit of North American experience, as you mentioned, playing in the Western States Hockey League, which is a league in which players maintain their eligibility for college, but a little older than the USHL. Wood in shoots, Faye knocks it down with a glove. And Vilmos Gallo plays it out. Finds Sarauer. Spins back. At the line, Gallo a shot that's tipped just wide by Garat. Sarauer. Got it there by JT Comfort. And Mesjan picks it up now for Hungary. Off the stick of Warsawski, the puck goes up and out of play.
Their effort has been good. They've given what they have, and in their first time since 2009 in this tournament, the Hungarian fans have had an enjoyable time. We talked to a few of them before the tournament started about what a commitment it was for them for a lot of them to get here. It's not close, it's not cheap.
Here's Weirs with it. Lines and shoots. That's blocked by Fashing. Hudson Fashing ahead with Miles Wood. The lead pass to Wood, busting in. Drops it back. Fashing a shot. Lifted that high. At the World Junior level, Hungary is in the B pool, the third level down. The likes of Croatia, the Netherlands, South Korea.
We got an American penalty here. It looks like Noah Hannafin.
Goes for a slash, and so Hungary hits a power play with 12 to go in the third period.
I guess that's the slash there, the one-handed little wave that came in there, and Hungary will gladly take the power play.
That clearly does not meet the Ray Ferraro standard for a slash.
That is not a slash.
I'll show you a slash.
Wow. The guy should at least notice it if it's a slash.
Hungary to the power play. The fans are up and hopping.
Number 50.
Face off one, McCabe. Flips it ahead to Hendricks. Weirs slides it across. And Gallo brings it ahead. Vilmos Gallo tries to drop it back. Finds Scheibut. Played across by Weirs to Martin Vash. Centered, knocked down the ice by Tyler Mott. Haven't seen a lot of Frank Banham here in the game. Banham will retire when this World Championship is over at the age of 41. Scheibut. Back across to Gallo. To Weirs. Scheibut. Drops it back. Here's Weirs from the point. Tees it up and shoots. It pinballs around in front. Picked up and fired down the ice by McCabe. And Bay trades it up for Martin Vash, who plays in Italy. The Italian League was, for a long time, a prime destination for North Americans looking to play in Europe. And Mott sends it back down. .45 seconds to go in this Hungarian power play. Bannon moves it across the line for Bartalich. Centers it, drop back, shot for the chance. Kicked away by Kincaid.
Actually bounced off of Warsawski. They still do not have a shot in this period.
Now Shea in, shoots. And the blocker save made by Vey, shorthanded as Banham brings it ahead. Banham up for Sarauer, drops it back for Dudas. Jesse Dudas plays it back at the point for Bartalich. For Banham, winds and shoots. That time Kincaid got it.
There it is.
Rebound cleared down the ice by Mott.
Almost exactly 10 minutes into the period. That's Hungary's fifth shot.
31-5, and the shot's on goal.
Just 2 shots, 5-on-5 in 50 minutes.
What's their Corsi, Ray?
I wouldn't even be able to come up with a number. What would you think it could possibly be?
20? So that's a percent of shot attempts that you get as opposed to the opposition. So
I don't think it's that high.
They put a few wide.
I don't know.
I just thought I'd drag you into that conversation because I thought, you know, you started a fire on Twitter today. So
No, I didn't. I
You
just
did.
answered a question. There's a breakaway
Lead
for Brock
pass.
Nelson.
Brock Nelson busting in alone, and he lost the handle in front.
I just pointed out, somebody had tweeted something, and I just pointed out the rest of this,
Which is why you're here.
rest of my view. That's all. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Exactly. You're here to correct the rest of the world on the
No,
internet.
no. There's no correcting. It was just a point.
Yes. Good point, actually. Wood comes into the forecheck. He's knocked down. And Gallo sends it ahead. Out of the reach of Gergo Naj. Gergo and Christian Naj, brothers of this Hungarian team. Along with Martin and Janos Vash. Hinostroza takes the return pass. Tries to find Wood. The puck gets by Warsawski at the point. Weidman. Throws a pass across. McCabe sends it ahead for Larkin. And Sagan swings it across. Still now just 2-0. Buchanan has scored again for the Czechs. As in shooting and scoring is Nick Foligno. Foligno's got 2. Lifts it by Vey. And it's 4-0 Team USA.
Not really much going on here, and then the puck comes to Foligno. He moves to his right and snaps this up over the blocker. 3 times Vey's been beaten up high, twice on the blocker. Foligno the first time on the glove, Hinostroza on the glove, and then this one here. That's a beautiful shot. Foligno's got his head up the whole time, and he snaps onto the right foot. This goes up over Vey's stick, an unassisted goal for Nick Foligno. He's got 2 today, 2 in the tournament, and after no points in his first 3 games, he's got 3 in his last 2.
Mention Buchanan has 2 for the Czechs today against Kazakhstan. He's got 4 in 5 games. The Czechs, like Finland, a team built with largely players who played in their domestic league this year. The Finns won the World Championship in 2011, only had 5 players from the NHL, so there is precedent for that. Nick Foligno having a good afternoon. U.S. leads 4-0 on Hungary. Russian flag in the foreground, the stars and stripes in the background. And that's all Hungary down there. Nick Foligno with a pair, having a laugh with Captain Matt Hendricks. 7.5 to go here in the 3rd period. And the U.S. will run its record to 3-2 if the score holds up. Until a few minutes ago, if the U.S. had played without a goaltender, it would have been a tie game. Vetrano.
I mean, Kincaid gets a second start. I'm sure he wants to stop some pucks and be involved in the action. Just 5 shots for him at this point.
1 in the first and 1 here in the 3rd.
Nick Foligno's got a couple of goals. He takes the Weidman feed 0-0 at this time. Foligno makes it 1-0, and then he intercepts a pass here just moments ago and snaps this up over the blocker of Adam Vey. A couple goals for Foligno.
By the way, the World Championship record for the fewest shots by one team in a game is 7. Switzerland in 1992 and Slovaks in 2003. And Ostroza gets that down on goal. And play called.
So we do have some drama.
Yes, we have 6:42 to go. And Hungary is stuck on 5 shots.
They should go into the trap. No?
The U.S. should?
Yes.
Oh, trap it up a little for you? You love the trap.
I love the trap.
Yeah, bring it on, baby. Hey,
part of
just make sure you don't make mistakes. Keep the score low.
Yep. Glass is your friend. Chip it out. Hey, good play. Safe play.
Play a Twitter foot game.
Oh, my gosh. For the love of all things good, how about a couple of passing plays, some creativity?
What was it one of the pro scouts said to us here? Should change the name of the game
to work.
Just call it work.
Work, 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 work.
Shot front a long shot. There's 6.
It's going to be tough, Gord.
It's going to be tough to keep him down now.
It's a pretty good save for Kincaid as Shawfron turns and spins around and flings it to the net. You got to remember, he's been standing back there for over 2 hours and hasn't had much to do.
Janos Bash was a longtime player in the Hungarian League. Went to Slavia Prague the last couple of years. Slavia Prague is a proud franchise in the Czech League. They got relegated 2 years ago. They're in the Czech second league. Bash, a former draft pick of the Detroit Red Wings. Andras Benk brings it in now for the Hungarians. Under 6 to go in the 3rd period. That shot misfires. And Jordan Schrader plays it out. Schrader didn't play a lot for the Minnesota Wild this year, but man, when he did, he was productive. In a game they had to have against Colorado late in the year, he got called up and scored the 2nd goal in a 4-0 win that allowed Minnesota to clinch a playoff spot that didn't play in the early part of the playoff series against Dallas. Dressed for game 5 and scored a huge goal in that game as well.
Helped send that series at the time back to Minnesota for game 6.
Centering pass for Larkin, trying to kick it around. And there's Shawfron with it, drops it back to Kovac. Kovac banks it in, and Kincaid lifts it high off the glass and out. Serrani got spun around, and Larkin has it back. In comes Dylan Larkin trying to wind his way in. Maroon steps into Stipschitz. And McCabe taps it back. Here's Larkin. The line to Murphy. Back to Maroon, a long shot. He whistled that high and wide. Connor Murphy back on it. Winds and shoots. There's a look back, scores! Murphy sneaks it through, and it's 5-0 Team USA.
3 goals in 5 games for Connor Murphy. This is a tired goaltender. This squeaks through Adam Vey from the point after Maroon's shot rings off the glass. Oh, Foligno keeps it alive. That's a nice effort by Foligno. It's a direct, clean line shot from Murphy that goes all the way through. Vey knows immediately that it's through. He just can't find it in time, and it's 5-0.
In 2 previous World Championships for Team USA, Murphy had not scored in 15 games, but now he's got 3 in 5 games and goals in 3 straight.
Was scored by number 5, Connor Murphy.
Murphy had a good year for the Arizona Coyotes. 6 goals and 48 points in a 78-game season.
Foligno picks up the assist. They might end up giving one to Maroon on that play, as it was his missed shot that Foligno poked back to the point.
Shea plays it back to Nelson, to Weidman, to Brock Nelson. Throws it down to Vetrano. Weidman, a long shot, gets us wide of the goal. Gergo Nash races to it. At the line, held by Shea. And again, knocked down by Nelson, but brought back the other way by Gergo Nash. Sweeping act was Frank Vetrano to knock that away. Matthews has it now. Austin Matthews throws that ahead for Vetrano. Matthews digging forward in the corner. Drops it back to Vetrano. Vetrano feeds it back into the corner looking for Nelson. I think Brock Nelson long to get in the top line, as you mentioned here for Team USA. Or top 6 at the very least.
Get your legs moving a little bit here. Get into the flow. And
did you ever do the just off the plane thing and then play in the World Championship?
Yeah, but I got here just prior to the first game. I didn't join mid-tournament.
Right.
I got there in the morning and played that night. Felt fantastic. There's the effort by Foligno to keep the puck alive after Maroon shot had gone over the net. And then just through Adam Vey and just over the line. It's tough to come over here and, you know, the rink's bigger, the game is a different style. And you're beat up a little bit from the playoffs and the flight here.
Kazakhstan has scored a draw within a goal of the Czech Republic. Nigel Dawes has the goal for Kazakhstan. From Winnipeg, Kazakhstan.
Been there a while now.
Yeah. His 5th year in Kazakhstan now. Penalty coming to Team USA.
You know what the most significant part of this is?
Here comes the shot.
Still 6 shots. The record is 7.
Face-off will come down to the US end with 3:01 to go.
Miles Wood with the slash.
Hungary's had 3 power plays, had 1 shot on goal in each of them. Murphy thought the face-off win, fires it down. Jesse Dudas from St. Albert, Alberta goes back for it. 5-year Western Hockey League player slides it across to Bartalich. Bartalich works in, drops it off to Banham. Hanks it back for Dudas. Swings it across, shot from a shot, deflected just wide.
Did that get to the net?
I don't know, it was close. Haven't given them one yet. Bartalich picks it off and back down to the U.S. zone. Now Banham fires. And Kincaid makes the shot, the save on that. That is a shot on goals. There's 7. I think the record might be safe. Sarauer centers it. Shafron scores! Power play goal for István Shafron. Will not be shut out.
It's a pretty good celebration down to our left. As they move the puck around nicely, Dudas gets the puck up on the boards to Sauer. He goes down low, and Bartalich to Shafron is quick. It's delivered precisely. The Hungarians are on the board. Their 3rd power play goal of the tournament. And it's 5-1.
It's all about the little victories. One long shot stopped by Vey, and he'll hang on. Right now, they've got Hungary at 7 shots. One right before that, that should be counted as a shot on goal. Though.
That should be 8. By the time they get at least 8, by the time they get this thing on the board. Through the 5-hole was Shafran on the really nice feed from Bartalish.
It's 8 now, so they will not set the record. And they won't be shut out either. Beaten 3-0 by Finland in the last game. Hungary went winless in its last appearance at the World Championship in 2009. That was their first appearance from the top group in 70 years. Larkin back with it. Out for Foligno, that pass misfired. 90 seconds to go in the third period. Brady Shea banks it down to the Hungarian zone. Weirs throws it ahead. Maroon works it down and banks it back to Shea. Long shot by Weidman, held by Bay. And talking to those around the Hungarian program, Ray, they felt before the tournament that one of the biggest issues would be a long tournament, about fatigue and playing a lot of games in a short period of time.
7 games in 10 days, and you know, you can only lean on your best players so much. Eventually, there's just no more gas in the tank. And for the smaller countries, that's really a challenge. They can't go 4 lines deep.
Don't have guys you can healthy scratch or bring off the reserve list. They were telling us in 2009, when Hungary went to the World Championship A pool, the pool of players was 35 to choose from, and this last time it was 70. Dipshits.
I tell you, Gord, they've been better than I thought they were going to be in this tournament. They work hard. They're pretty disciplined. They stay in their as much as they can in the structure they try to play. It's just get overwhelmed at times, but they've done a decent job here.
Well, the one thing you'd say is, and even the Canada game, which wound up 7-1, their most lopsided loss, they weren't embarrassed in that game.
They gave up 4 goals in 5 minutes in the second period,
right.
But for the most part, they kind of hung around the game.
It was 2-1 when Bartalish scored, and they'd actually had the edge in play the first few minutes of that second period. Now drop back to Nostroza, works in, and time expires before he gets a shot away. Team USA wins it by a final score of 5-1. The US is 3-2. Hungary drops to 0-5 at the 2016 World Hockey Championship.
Окончательный счет игры. Команда США 5, команда Венгрии 1. Shots on goal in the third period. Братским воротам в третьем периоде. Team Hungary 4. Team USA 12. Команда Венгрии 4 броска по воротам, команда США 12. Shots on goal in the entire game. Team Hungary 8. Team USA 37. Броски по воротам за весь матч. Команда Венгрии 8. Команда США 37. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded by Ray Freezing Bank International, official sponsor of the 2016 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. Дамы и господа, Райфайзен Интернациональ Банк, официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года в России, учредил специальные призы лучшим игрокам. Prizes will be presented by Soichi Tamita, IIHF Tournament Chairman and IIHF Life Member. Призы вручает Шоичи Тамита, председатель турнира и почетный член Международной Федерации Хоккея. Best Player of Team Hungary. Лучший игрок матча в команде Венгрии. Number 21, Янош Ваш. Номер 21, Янош Ваш. Best player of Team USA. Number 71, Nick Foligno. Лучший игрок матча в команде США. Ник Фалиньо, номер 71.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the game winner, Team USA. Выражаем благодарность в проведении матча волонтерам за отличную работу и создание радушной атмосферы в спортивном комплексе «Юбилейный», а также на всех объектах инфраструктуры чемпионата. Спасибо. Game in Moscow between teams Czech Republic and Kazakhstan ended with the score 3-1. Team Czech Republic is winner. В Москве закончился матч между командами Чехии и Казахстана. Со счетом 3-1 победу одержала команда Чехии.
Team Hungary 1. Венгрии 1. Shots on goal